Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Don't Gaslight Me, Jesus, a dungeon crawler Carl reading and rereading podcast and member of the Sander Lynch Podcast Network. Today, we're going to be discussing chapters 33 through 37 of the first book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. It is called Dungeon Crawler Carl. I said those three words a lot there. But in these chapters, we battle the Krakarin, and then we finally meet one of the Kuatin, and we end with somebody peeing in a hallway. They've been teasing that for half of this book, and we finally get to see what we've all been waiting for. Hallway pee. I'm Data.
Hey.
With me today is...
Hi, I'm Mike.
I'm Tim.
I'm Jennifer.
So let's get into it. Welcome, crawlers, to Floor 2. So yeah, we did 5 chapters. I almost said 6. We did 5 chapters, and we end up 74% of the way through the book. So we are 3/4 of the way there. What did you guys think of these 5 chapters moving into the final quarter?
I think these were the best chapters of the book, maybe. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I think that we got the trifecta of we got some good dungeon crawler action. We got some more of the political plot going forward. And we got some more lore, and we got to end on a nice little cliffhanger. I think that these were some banging chapters.
Our traditional cliffhanger ending, yeah. And that was a pretty big one.
And I mean, what a hilarious kind of cliffhanger. Because in this universe, something like that would have everyone turning and just looking in horror and screaming. Because something bad's about to happen. Something real bad.
Or just old man penis. That'll do it, you know.
That'll do it.
I'll do
Run! It's his penis.
it. Don't act like you're not impressed.
How detailed a description do you think we will get in the next chapter?
Of the elder penis?
Yeah.
Welcome to the lair of the elder penis. You know, this kind of book, that would be that would be a place.
Yeah, I didn't think about that until you just said that, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a description, aren't we?
You gotta give a boss too. I'm just saying.
He exfoliates his penis and it like glows, and he has armor now.
I still got the dick of a 20-year-old.
Balls of steel.
Not really, don't touch them. They're load bearing.
The
Gotta go
doctor
to the
does that
third
every
floor.
time.
These are the jokes, people. Laugh.
I refuse.
Okay.
I'm laughing. I'm just eating ice cream too, so.
Okay.
Don't let it go out your nose.
You beat me by 2 seconds. Now you have to put that clip in just so anybody has context for that.
No, you don't.
But it didn't get the actual story didn't get recorded. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now at home, make up whatever lore you want for that.
I'm sorry, Mike. Was that all of your thoughts for that? We've gotten a little off kilter.
More or less, the thing that I was gonna save for my prediction for next time, when I got to the end of the chapters, it kind of fulfilled itself, which was the grubs. I was thinking that we were gonna end up with the grubs eating all the old people, and they were gonna walk back into that kind of thing, but that kind of got shot in the foot. So, you know, I had to recalibrate from there. But I mean, it's nice to get a little bit more of a window behind the scenes, and it's a little bit more complicated than we thought. We also know that things are a little bit more dire, and there's a little bit more of a ticking clock, and there's less time than we thought. So I'm like, oh, we're really accelerating. We're getting towards the end of this book. So this is getting interesting. I was expecting a curveball, but I don't know. I don't know if we're along for this dungeon, and maybe every book is a different dungeon. I don't know. It's interesting.
I have to delve a little deeper on one thing that you said.
Okay.
The grubs as we see them are carrion eaters, and so
Yeah.
you're like they were going to eat the old people. So was it going to be the old people died and then they ate them, or the old people just don't move fast enough and they think they're dead and they eat them?
I assume that the grubs are like cats and they can smell death on old people, and they just start chewing. Because
Nibbling on your toes.
can a grub tell the difference between the recently deceased and the nearly deceased? I don't know.
I'm
Maybe.
not dead.
We're not quite dead. You'll be dead in a moment.
You'll be stone dead in a moment. Yeah, he
So,
says he's not dead. Sorry. We don't want to do the entirety of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, so go ahead.
I mean, we
could.
kind of do.
But yeah, I was fully expecting them to be like taking up too much time talking to the admin, and then they were gonna head back, and like it was gonna be like they ate everyone. There was nothing I could do.
Just a tidal wave of grubs came in.
Oh, it could be Agatha was outside of the little diner that they're all in, and it's kind of like Millhouse when they had the warehouse, and he's just like, "Thought you were watching them," and Agatha's like, "Yeah, I watched them. The grubs came in, they ate the old people, then the grubs left." Wow,
The end.
I drew a photo.
It was Agatha all along.
Agatha all along.
Okay, Tim, what about you?
Yeah, Tim.
Well, all right. I agree with Mike. These were good chapters. I really enjoyed these chapters. I don't like them as much as he seems to have liked them, but I thought they were fun. I'll tell you the one small little quibble I had with the 5, which was it felt like, all right, so now they have all these people watching them and they're trying to talk to Mordecai and they're trying to like maybe get some kind of information out of him that they're not supposed to, and like immediately a new situation shows up and all the tension of trying to get any information's gone. I'm like, oh, okay. And we didn't even get much information anyway, but I'm like, well, okay. That was a small quibble. Like on the scale of upsetting, it's like, I don't know, when you put your head through the sleeves for your shirt and you're like, ah, damn it, you just fix it. It's a very, very small quibble, but it was still something where I was like, I was kind of looking forward to some kind of like tension, like amongst the party or whatever Mordecai would be.
I feel like a lot of the tension was towards the end of the encounter and in the meeting. You know, that I think, but you were looking for like more group dynamic stuff, right?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
looking for a little bit more tension because we're getting towards the end of this book, and I'm like, let's put the screws to these characters a bit more.
I've always seen these characters as red shirts, though. I don't know if I would think of them as full characters in that way.
Well, those characters I don't properly consider like characters either. but I was talking about Carl, Donut, and Mordecai specifically.
Oh, between them? Okay.
Yeah, since
I was like,
they
Carl's
wanted,
a red shirt? Jeez.
yeah,
Hardcore.
they wanted to talk and they wanted to be free, but they can't. They're being streamed constantly, and there's things that Mordecai cannot say or he will be punished. So, that was like a fun little, oh, okay, like maybe they'll figure out some way to like discreetly, or maybe Mordecai will say something cryptic and it'll be something to think about. And nah, a fish shows up and now all the streaming is over and you can just talk freely.
I actually think half of what Mordecai said in that room was code. That's what I was assuming.
I think he's not being truthful about Odette. Yeah, Odette. I don't think he's being truthful about that.
I think because because I think whatever thing that he screamed out when they mentioned Odette, it felt like a code phrase. Like all of the details in there could have been signals. Who knows?
I don't know about code phrase, but it feels like foreshadowing because Carl himself mentally is like, wow, she said something similar about the AI. And it's something that he was saying about Odette. And I'm like, yeah, that could be just a mirroring thing. And like, oh, look, that. But I also just think he's lying. He's got to play the part, of being upset and angry so that no one can suspect that they're working together because they're fucking working together They're sweet on each other. It's a whole fucking thing. I'm sticking to that theory until one of them is dead because the other one killed them.
I gotcha. I misunderstood earlier. I thought you meant group dynamics with all the other player characters.
No.
Okay.
I've to be entirely overly mean, I have given up on them being interesting.
Okay. I can see that.
Here.
They're just
they're
red
there to be a
shirts.
burden.
Just hanging out.
It's like your elderly family. They're just there to be a burden
And to
Ouch.
pee on things.
and to pee on everything. What
Just
the
like
hell?
your elderly family, yeah.
They
Why
even
does
make a
everything
meta
smell
joke.
like piss?
And then there's a dick at the end. That's right.
The fucking cat is better behaved.
I like Tim's approach to it. It's like, methinks Mordecai doth protest too much.
I do. That immediately read to me as just a lie, and I was like, okay. And the moment Carl like made the mental note that there was a mirroring, I was like, yeah, that's a tip of the hat that he's lying.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It just seems so completely out of character from anything else we'd seen out of him that it seemed faked and forced.
Yeah, that's pretty much me. I enjoyed it. I know it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm just taking the piss out of it, but I enjoyed it. They were fun.
I was trying to decide, have we? I guess we haven't seen like Mordecai have much of a temper before, so yeah,
No.
maybe that's a good call. He seemed fairly irritated when Donut crapped in his mother's ashes, but not like explosively angry. And you would think that would be a bigger deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see what you mean for sure.
For me, I think it was like 50-50. Like the first chapter and a half, I was kind of like, I feel like we've been here. Slightly different characters. I mean, villains, but I mean, really, it didn't seem that much different. So I didn't like love the first chapter. I kind of was looking for like some plot advancement in some way, like where's the end goal of this actual book going to be, and not really finding. So I don't know. I was kind of along those same lines. Like, when are we going to start seeing the wrap up and kind of coming to a conclusion? But I did enjoy our fish friend. She was quite interesting. So I'm curious to kind of see where that goes. I think with the Odette part, definitely more there, like some ground rebellion or something. Kind of feels like there's definitely something more going on there. I like that. It's just, I feel like we're getting very small baby steps into kind of finding out what's there, and I want to know more.
Okay.
I actually have a
Yeah.
thought on that. Is just the fact that this really does feel like two books that are smashed into one book. And when we got to part 2, it did really kind of feel like the start of a new book. And it feels like we're in the first act setup phase for whatever is going to happen next. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that. I can agree with that there wasn't a lot of progression. It does feel like they're trying to set up whatever finale is going to be happening, but we're not getting a whole lot there.
Yeah, when everything is already on like a timer, because there's always this impending doom of the level collapsing. It's like impossible for you to get any kind of tension otherwise now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ticking clock only works if
It
you're
starts
not
instead of always being there.
yeah.
Very true. Very true.
So yeah, we're coming into the finale of the book. Like, there's no way around that, and I can't tell you exactly if it's a finale. It still doesn't feel like we're building to a climax of any kind.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I think with the like Krakarin, first of all, the name is fantastic. I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where I'm like, okay, we're making fun of all of these things over again. And something different. I don't know. And that may just be me. I mean, she was fun. Don't get me wrong. I like the making fun of Karens. Who doesn't enjoy making fun of Karens? But I think, I don't know, it just seems like it's the same thing on repeat, like making fun of some not American, but Earth thing. That's an overdone stereotype. So while I enjoyed her, just kind of felt like repeat almost of picking something crazy, of making it go beyond.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Yeah, that's fair.
but the old people, I like the old people. I thought it was interesting with the multiplying of the bugs or whatever these things are called. I keep
Grubs.
reading grubs. Yes, I thought that was an interesting twist. I was curious how that was going to happen, so I think it was kind of interesting that they all just kind of, now there's all of a sudden thousands of them just hanging around for us to step on and don't really do anything. They just are there until you kill them, and then they might level up. That was interesting and a bit of a different kind of problem for the face, so I kind of enjoy those a little bit. Kind of curious to see how they're going to avoid that in the future. So I like the second half better.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting sort of problem to have, that you're in the dungeon, you're supposed to be killing things, and then they add this twist that's like, oh yeah, for everything that you kill, several of these things show up. And so, including themselves, so you can't even kill the things that show up without getting more of them. It's kind of freaky.
Very flood.
I could see it getting worse like that. Yeah, because we haven't seen the next level of these guys.
Yeah, we've only seen the first stage. We haven't seen the next after they pupate or whatever it said they were going to do.
Of course, now it's implied because someone's peeing in the hallway. We're gonna get what is it called? A rage demon shows
Rage
up.
Elemental, I believe, is what they said.
From like the 13th floor.
Yep.
We're gonna get our first taste of what the lower floors are gonna be like.
I'm sure it'll be delightful.
You know,
Anything
everyone's
called a
gonna
rage
die.
elemental, it's gonna be a friend.
Like completely zen.
He's harnessed his rage.
He's got a Starbucks cup and just shows up.
It's just Jack Nicholson.
It said the warning said it would kill you and everyone in your party. So maybe Carl and Donut will be safe. They're not in the party with the person who's peeing. They're just hanging out with them.
I mean, they did get screamed at for getting to a safe room. So, I mean,
True.
maybe they'll be okay. But I think we're about to lose a vast majority of the people in that room.
You guys have been predicting that the olds were not going to make it since we met them, basically, and so
Oh,
far
yeah.
they're mostly still intact.
They're made for death. It's to have the sad thing happen so that the hero can have angst. I've been feeling it since the moment that they got introduced.
The olds are going to outlive everyone. You just watch. That'll
Sure.
teach you. You're like, whatever. Either way.
I mean, it's true in government. Why not here?
Oh, Yeah.
Fact.
yeah, that's a thing. All right, let's get into these chapters.
All right.
So we left off last time with a whole room full of fairy type mobs and talking about using Donut's puddle jumper spell. And so we start out with that. We're going to use the puddle jumper. Oh, that's a horrifying picture of the children.
Oh, they never
from
used
Dragon
these
Age.
guys. I
They're
believe.
from Awakening.
Oh, they're from Awakening? Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
play Awakening.
Yeah, they're little grubs first, and then they slowly become more horrific. the more they eat.
So for everyone
Yep.
at home, Tim has put some concept art up of grubs or the
The
children
children.
from Dragon Age Awakening.
Awakening. Yeah.
Everyone at home, Google this right now. It's quite awful.
It's not pleasant.
Never played Dragon Age at all, actually. So
Never?
Oh my
No.
god.
this is horrifying. Now I don't want to.
It's what I imagine the grubs like. Every time they're talking about them, I'm like, it's like the children when they're the grub little stage. Then they eat a bunch of corpses and they turn more and more horrific.
Oh, I was imagining the grubs from Half-Life 2 and that they're antlions.
Oh, antlions.
Yeah.
That sounds pleasant.
Especially since it's we get a description that they have mandibles, but they don't actually hurt you, but they make little squeaky sounds, which is what the grubs sound like in Half-Life 2. They sound adorable, and then they turn into awful clicky bastards that want to kill you.
I have a picture in my head, but I don't know where it came from. Like I can quite clearly see this animated, like white grub-looking thing with little mandibles at the end and a tiny mouth that you can pick up, and it's basically completely harmless. But I cannot remember where this picture in my brain came from. Some cartoon, I'm sure.
Is it Lion King?
No, like
Because I was
bigger
like,
than that.
when they pick them up and they're eating them?
No, this is like I'm picturing someone picking it up, and it's the size of like a dog. And
Oh.
they're just like, yeah, see this little silly little, but I don't know. It's gonna bug me now. Anyway, I never thought about it before. I've just always had this picture of them since the first time I read it, and it wasn't until you guys were like, I'm picturing this from this specific thing. And I'm like, where does my picture come from? I don't know. So Donut makes her jump, and it says she disappears with a loud, wet pop, which I felt like was more descriptive than I needed, but And Donut jumps across the room to where there's 2 winged fairies, because her charm that she has on her collar makes winged fairies like her. And they immediately are cool with her, and they tell all the Chloricans in the room to like leave her alone. This is a client, not an enemy. And they like her so much, and her charisma is so high that Donut can convince them to just come along. And so they lead them out, and all of the Chloricans into a big room. And then she's like, hey, you 2 fairies, come into a different room with me. And then Carl can torch the entire room of Chloricans while the flying fairies are not there.
Hi, people I just met. Would you like to go to a secondary location with me? Would I?
It's almost a tertiary location at that point.
Basically asking to die.
Yeah, you ladies should know better than that. These fairies look like 40-something women in pantsuits. Or one of them has a pantsuit. What's the other one? Anyway, not really.
The other one's just a dress, I believe.
And after they torch all of the Chloricans, there's like 40 of them, the fairies get mad.
As you would.
As you might do, yeah, when all of your employees get horribly murdered.
I mean, if my work burned down tomorrow, I wouldn't say anything, but I guess they're invested.
I wouldn't care if I was in the building.
That tracks. That makes sense.
But this is their whole downline for the pyramid scheme. Like, this is where they get their money. And I love that
pyramid schemes only work if you're at the top of it. If you're not, you ain't making shit.
Well, yeah, they just burned down everyone under them. They're now at the bottom of the pyramid.
That's true.
But
I mean, technically, the Krakarin is the top of the pyramid.
Almost certainly, yeah, unless there's something bigger above her.
The Krakarin, apparently.
Karen.
Because this one is just A. Donut immediately pulls a very cat-like move where she just jumps up and grabs one of the fairies and shakes her and snaps her neck.
Which is a very disturbing thought. I'm just saying, I'm picturing like a little bird in her mouth.
Yep.
That was metal. I loved it.
Classic cat hunting technique. Even large cats.
They all love tearing apart things that look like birds.
And then the other one flies up too high for her to do that, and Carl gets to spend a while playing with his slingshot trying to shoot her.
That slingshot better come in handy at some point. Because, my God.
We've dedicated a fair amount of time to the slingshot.
He believes in it. He's like, I need this. And I'm like, do you?
While leveling that is taking a while, at least his aim's getting better. That seems to be more useful because that has applications on multiple things, including just throwing.
Yeah, that's true. Last time I was like thinking, I was like, it'd be really cool if he got Hawkeye / bullseye ability to like ricochet shit at a certain point.
Someone down there is Cyclops. They can do that.
That would be very entertaining if he gets so good that he can just like bounce it around a corner, smack somebody in the eye. But once they kill both of them, he's hoping they'll drop potions or something. But no, what they drop is their corpse. It's an alchemy material.
Which is pleasant thought.
Oh yeah. It doesn't get better when you use the alchemy material, as we see later, but jeez. But also before she dies, the one of them's like, this isn't fair. We were gonna move down to the 3rd floor.
That was a little sad, but I have to actually like care about any of the monsters.
Right?
Fair.
I don't know them enough to care about them.
I still think that we're just going to go down further and further and further, and there's going to be like actual societies of really well-adjusted people in the dungeon. That's going to be
hilarious.
That's going to be the horror. That's why no one finishes it. You get down there and it's just like, wow, you guys have something. I can't be the monster.
That would be an interesting twist. You get down to, and that's where like the cities are that are part of the society. Yeah, that's interesting.
Too many of these monsters want to go down level, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. They were saying
kill your way to a nice life.
The further down, they said that the mobs get less sympathetic or whatever, right?
I think that's only true for the next couple. because we're going to get
Okay.
into where the rich people are hunting people and stuff.
Yeah, I was
Those-
hoping
Hey,
for
for
like
the
a
extra
Nazi
entertainment.
floor. Yeah, like let's have a floor where it's full of people that you just want to fucking die.
It's gonna, but I still
Okay.
think those bottom like 2-3 floors.
Like
Would
an
you kill
African wild
Eden?
safari hunting,
Ooh,
where they
game
pay
hunter.
like hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to hunt you down.
That's deeply disturbing, and I could totally see that being a thing in this society. We live in a society, you see.
Tim, completely unrelated. I have a really good to make money. You need to paint a target on your back, though.
Oh,
You'll get your share, probably.
Behind you.
No.
Yeah, that's the last we hear from Mike. Oh well. Fortunately, we have his brother Mark on the show.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mark.
He's got a cowboy hat on. Completely different guy.
Yeah, but he
Mustache.
told me all about you guys and the book, so it's like you don't got to get through that weird getting to know you phase.
Yeah, it's
so
nice.
well prepared.
Yeah.
And Carl is actually disturbed by the whole we were going to move down to the third floor thing. He can still like hear that voice in his head.
Oh.
And he does this whole like, you're not going to break me. And he thinks that's become my mantra. Not his catchphrase. We know what that is. This is his mantra.
Mm. And it's the front of our book. You will not break me.
It is that. And they see the door into the next room. There's a live, laugh, love sign. There's a flyer for a chickenpox party.
Yeah, I
No
felt nothing
peanuts.
for these people. I'm so glad they're dead.
Let's get that immunity. And Carl's just like, yeah, I think we should just leave the boss alone. Like, let's loot this room and just go.
Tim, you have the Rich Evans laugh. It never picks it up.
I know. This is a thing I'm aware.
And he finds the recipe for Rev Up smoothies. Invigorating.
I don't think so. I mean, how can it be invigorating? Yeah.
It's got Chunk of Fairy in it, right?
Yeah.
And this is one of the most video game coded scenes for me, where it's like one of those point and click adventure games where he has to go around the room and he finds like the blender pieces and he finds the bicycle with the thing attached to it and he figures out, oh, you have to like attach blender to bicycle and then create smoothie.
I don't know if anybody else had this thought. I thought when I saw the bicycle powered, I thought that he was going to make a contraption out of the motorbike with that.
To automatically.
Yeah, because he's
Would've
been
been smart.
building shit. Yeah, he's been building shit this whole time, and then I saw randomly a bicycle powered something, and I'm like, oh, he's going to do a thing with a mechanism. It was like I thought he was going to do something with like explosives or something there, and hook up his motorbike, and he was going to be like launching explosives at the thing, and like I thought we were going to get a whole kind of contraption thing. I would say that was actually the one thing I really wanted to happen here when they set that up, because I was like, it's Chekhov's motorbike.
This is an amazing mental picture of some motorbike contraption, and he's like riding through these tiny hallways, launching bombs at people. That might be a little far to push.
And then he tries to remember some line from a movie that would maybe go here, and he's like, you're fired, and then blows up the Crick Heron with a
I
bomb.
like this picture though that you're painting. This is amazing.
Anyone
I'm
at
just
home,
picturing
make
Hagrid
fan
on a
art
bike.
now.
Yeah. This is the Mike version of the book. I'm sorry, Mark. This is the Mark version of the book.
Mark, yeah, Mike's
Yeah,
dead.
Mike died. Yeah.
It's pretty fresh. Thanks for
Wait.
naming him.
I thought he just mysteriously vanished. Are you saying that there's like some sort of crime has been committed?
No.
No.
Don't.
Your mouth shut.
In fact, that's Mike. That's who's Mark?
Yeah.
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 Mike. Always was.
Never been anybody but Mike.
I'm gonna edit this part out.
We know
So-
nothing.
I love his reaction upon finding the recipe is like, gross. No wonder they discontinued this smoothie. Which, yeah, okay.
I mean, fair. I didn't want it either.
No.
I mean, it was their best seller, but they couldn't get the materials like as fast as they needed to.
Yeah, I can understand that, actually.
It's
Dude.
just like it's actually the exact same situation as the McRib. They had to make it seasonal. It's also
It's the same animal.
ingredients. Yeah.
The same animal. But the smoothie will protect you from the taint and also vigorous measles. So there
Now
you go.
Nobody
Not
wants
like the
the
McRib
taint.
though. The McRib gives you both of those.
Yeah. Completely opposite
And
effect.
some really great acid reflux to go with it.
Mhm.
I mean, Carl got the taint earlier, but he survived it. It's okay. Vigorous measles, though, that might be bad. And so just as he's looking at this, and he's like, I don't want to go in the boss room. I think we should just take these. And all of a sudden, the door to the boss room blasts open, and 15-foot long tentacles reach out. And also, each tentacle has dozens of mouths on it, human shaped with bright red human lips. It's just, it's deeply, deeply disturbing.
It's all the rage with the kids.
And then there's a new achievement. Wait, bosses can leave their rooms? Welcome to the second floor, bitches. And the reward is also amazing. This shit plays great on the recap episode. If you scream loud enough, maybe you'll make the show. I can see why that would be a popular moment on the recap.
Oh yeah.
Chapter 34, we get the picture at the top is one of the little fairies in her business suit. So it would
will
be
say,
funny, except she's dead.
Yeah, I will say the tentacles just busting out of the walls was probably one of my favorite jump scares in the whole book.
This is one of those things that I can see if they made a movie out of this. This would be a very cool
It would
scene.
be great moment. Great moment.
And so
It's
it is
the
a
grave
boss
mind,
fight.
right? Like it's the grave mind tentacles just popping out everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. You're right.
And I mean human mouths, so a little bit creepier. And then anuses?
Yeah, something
It
weird.
said
Yeah.
orifices and it put out, the measles. But I'm like, what does that mean? Anuses?
I don't think that's good. Yeah, I try not to think too hard about that. But this is the level 10 neighborhood boss, Krakarin clone, not the Krakarin, just a Krakarin. Part of a collective mind intent on destroying any semblance of scientific progress in the universe. The only communal entity in the galaxy that gets stupider as time moves on.
It's a dune worm that just comes up and yells, "I'd like to see your manager."
And so they're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to beat this thing? And then Carl's like, ah, shit, I'm going to have to make one of those smoothies. And so the smoothie recipe involves moonshine, which we have, and the corpse of one of these fairies, which we also have. So it works out. It's kind of a disturbing note also that it's like her little dead eyes staring in shock as I shoved her into the blender thing. And also her shoulders were too wide to fit, so I had to push until they cracked. And I was just like, oh God, was that really necessary? Like trying to stuff a Cornish game hen into a thermos.
I will say,
You got
some of the description in this fucking book really get me.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't stop now picturing trying to stuff a Cornish game hen into a thermos. That's no, I want chicken. And then you blend until it becomes pink. Drink warm or chilled. Delightful. And then yeah, there's the tentacle, and there's chloricans coming out as well from the chamber there. And I love that the Krakarin can't see what's going on in this room. So the tentacles are hitting various things. They grab one of the metallic tubs and it crumples like a beer can and splashes stuff on Carl, who then becomes infected with the taint again.
Speaking of video games, I don't know if anyone else got this, but this is the tentacle beast from Half-Life, right? Like this section.
From the first one?
Yeah.
Mm.
Where you're in the blast chamber and the tentacles are just banging around and they're like busting through and they can't see anything because there's no eyes for it to see, but it's just like feeling around and you got to like throw things to get the tentacle to move. And that's all I thought when I was doing this. I was like, oh, we played the same video games.
The only video gamey thing that I was laughing at was having to craft and make potions in your menus while you're doing a boss fight. I thought
drinking
really
while
funny.
fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put the picture. Yeah, this is a mod of Half-Life, the picture that I put in here, where instead of the tentacles, they are flamingos.
Flamingos.
Hell
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Hell yeah.
Love it. This
Now,
is canon now.
Imagine that Half-Life boss fight if the tentacles also were covered in mouths that were screaming.
Let's do it. Let's
And maybe
do it.
anuses.
And maybe anuses.
Yeah.
Ain't I?
Anols.
Anusai. I don't know.
Enusai.
Konnichiwa.
Enusai.
Elijah Dushku.
And all of Japan has now turned it off. I don't know.
Yeah, we could have gone with a Dune reference.
Do we actually have any listeners in Japan? Now I kind of want to know. Hold on.
Actually, that would be
Maybe
hilarious
there's
if
something
you
to
just
tell you there.
if you replace the Messiah name in Dune with just Elijah Dushku. He is the Elijah Dushku.
You just gotta find a weird way to say it.
No downloads in Japan. One download
No
from
downloads.
South Korea, though.
Hell yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah.
my boy.
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out
my
to
boy
you.
Kim.
Shout out to you, man. South Korea guy or girl.
Best.
Whichever.
The best. Everyone else can stop listening. This is all
You-
for Kim.
Now I'm looking
you
at
are
the
now.
list. So many one download countries: Slovakia, Qatar, Iraq, Brazil, Antigua and Barbuda.
Oh, VPNs. I mean, this is real.
Hey, thank you, Antigua and Barbuda. Whoever that person was who listened to one episode, maybe.
Hell yeah. They were cleaning and they needed something to be listening to.
Probably not shockingly, the top 4 countries, all English-speaking countries. Number 5, the Netherlands.
Wonderful.
That tracks. I'm very big in the Netherlands.
I want to
Random
go to the
s-
Netherlands. Does that count?
It could be, it could be fun. Take a cruise. Sorry, random sidetrack where I had to look at the statistics for the show. Also, the immunity smoothie confers the buzzed debuff, +3 charisma, -1 dexterity, plus shaky cam and truth serum is all involved in the buzzed debuff.
I can't wait for
Because
the shaky
everybody is
cam.
more likable when they're drunk.
And then he drinks it and says it tastes like a drink taken directly from the diseased asshole of an incontinent skunk.
I'd like to know how he knows.
Yeah, that's super specific.
He was in the Coast Guard.
Okay, fair.
We just lost the Coast Guard.
And then he's woozy and laughing at stupid stuff, and he's just like, holy crap, if this is buzzed, I don't want to ever see what the shit face debuff does, because I could barely stand up
Can't
right
even
now.
walk.
Yeah.
You will die. You will die if you end up shipping.
And Donut gets the drink too, and now she's over here shooting clear cans and screaming, die, motherfucker, die. So
God, that
things
did
took a
make me
turn
laugh.
fast.
That was me when I was drunk. Just saying.
She murdered several people and screamed that, and yeah.
Yeah, she thought they were Kulikans.
And he gets infected with vigorous measles when whatever that the little tiny orifices are on the other tentacle spray out things. But he's immune to it now, so it's okay. No vigorous measles. Donut's like, if I die, I want you to know I love you, Carl. Not as much as I love Miss Beatrice, because she's my person. Or as much as I love Ferdinand, but still. And Carl has time to once again be like, who the fuck is Ferdinand? Like, seriously. But there's also a moment where he's thinking, B was giving you up, Donut. She was giving you up and trading you in for a younger model. He does not
Which I
say
think
that
is
out
the
loud.
first time we've heard that. And
I
it's also
thought
very
so.
depressing.
Because I was like, I know we're reading this like 5 chapters every 2 weeks, but I was like, I don't remember that being a thing until this.
No, we had not heard
Right?
about this.
And he seems to
Cool.
do that with new information. It's just like randomly thrown into the middle of a chapter, and they're like, this is obviously going to come back around. I don't know. It's not gracefully entered. I don't know.
I mean, if we ever see B
Throw it in
again, you know,
We know we're going to.
Oh yeah, she's alive.
Definitely.
she
Just like
was
his
a
dad.
watcher.
His dad is also alive.
Mhm.
Yep. And
'Cause
Donut's
we
going to
have-
have to choose.
Oh yes. Choose, Donut.
And then someone's going to go, you chose poorly. And she'll age rapidly.
mean,
No.
She's already aging pretty fast. She's a cat.
True facts.
But the way that we eventually come up with to beat the boss is she raises one of the Cluricans from the dead. Carl hands him a jug of boom, and they send him running back into the room with Kirk Heron in it.
I love the Jugaboom.
And she's like, but I thought you said the explosion was going to be too big for us to use that in here. And he's like, yeah, it probably is. And I'm probably about to die. But he like uses his body to shield her and puts some of the like the alchemy table that he's found in between them to try to
Dude, that was a
moderate.
big moment. I actually, I was not worried because the series is called Dungeon Crawler Carl,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
but I was like, what a hell of a moment for Carl to have. Like, holy shit! Like
There,
sacrifice play is always fun to me.
there was a not zero chance that he would have lost a limb or something.
Exactly, I was worried about that.
Because Odette already exists, and we know, oh, she lost a lot during her, crawl. So we can assume the same will happen to Carl. So yeah, it worked. It worked enough. I liked it.
Yeah, yeah. She got split hamburger style, and I was worried he gets split hot dog style.
Oh, man. I mean, afterwards, he says that he thinks his feet would have literally been chopped off if it wasn't for the fact that he'd used that kit that he got. So, but yeah, he wraps himself around her. He's like, go back to Brandon. They'll watch over you. And she's like, no, Carl. I lied before. I won't be fine on my own. I need you. And then the explosion, and that's the end of the chapter. See, what if we left it there? That would have been dramatic.
It would have been easy to guess like what our theories would be, which would be Carl's alive.
True. I doubt many would have theorized that. Oh yeah, Carl's dead.
Actually,
Carl,
that's an
completely dead. We're moving on to a new protagonist.
actually
A different Carl.
that would have been an interesting thing because I'll tell you what my theory would have been.
Okay.
There isn't a life system, like an extra life system built into the
Oh.
thing, and patrons can pay for extra lives if they deem it you worthy of one.
Man,
I
that's
got an extra
seriously pay
guy.
to win.
Yeah,
I mean-
like we don't know everything that can happen down here, so that would have actually been really interesting. I was thinking about this shit while I was reading it. I was like, are we gonna go into another behind the scenes area where they're gonna be like, you died, but that's not how it works here. Because
Right.
as Tim has said before, this place probably doesn't let you die normally.
That would be way
Um,
too easy.
Odette even came out and said it last time we read. She got like things in her loot box to save her when she lost like half of her body.
Mhm.
Yep.
They they will do things and bend things to in the sake of entertainment.
Yeah. Do you know an easy thing they could have done is his arm gets blown off and he loses that gauntlet thing that he can summon. Then he gets a robot arm.
Robot arm. Okay.
Mhm.
I can see it.
That would have been fun.
It's like a gauntlet, but better because it's your whole arm.
I love that I keep doing theories for a fictional episode that we would. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Robot arm is worse than a gauntlet, though.
No, well, that's the point. Is that he takes a step back.
I'm mostly going to Data, who's like, it's better. No, it's not, because it has to connect to like tissue and bone, which means it'll fall off much easier.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Depends on what the connector is. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's rough.
Don't jerk off with it.
I was about to say, is that
We
warning
love it.
also on the robot arm? Yeah.
It would be.
And
Careful
so
when you pee too.
we come back in, and the explosion has gone off. Boss is dead. Donut's like, the room's on fire, Carl. You got to stand up. We got to get out of here. And he can't stand up, and so she has to drag him because she's super strong. Remember?
I thought that
Carl-
was the sweetest thing. I got flashbacks to the Superman movie when I read that.
Oh,
I loved
hadn't
it.
thought of that. That's
I loved
great.
the shit out of that.
Carl, you need to work on your cardio. You're much heavier than you look. Rude.
Cardio doesn't help with that.
And then he passes out and he wakes back up and she's gotten him out. And he's like, oh, you saved me. He's like, yeah, that's what I do. And then in the messaging, like, I don't want to say it out loud, but our views went way up. Isn't that great? Way to kill the mood, Donut. All right. Also, after he talks about how the pedicure kit may have just saved his feet and his life, he discovers that the alchemy table that he'd used as part of their shield is undamaged. So when everything else is destroyed, so he thinks, oh, these workshop tables, are they like completely indestructible? That's got to be a bug. So I'm not going to say anything out loud because they will patch that if I do. So instead, I will just pretend I didn't notice and tuck it away for later.
I wonder if that was done intentionally to make sure he didn't die.
Mm. So it's like they introduced the bug at the last second.
Yeah.
That is possible. I do like the idea of him finding bugs in the system and not saying them out loud so that he can hold on to them.
One of those clever moments for Carl.
He's getting a lot more these days. Yeah.
He does seem to be getting smarter. Either that or he was always smart and just acting real dumb. I'm not sure.
It's funny because we had that same discussion about Donut last time. It's like, is she dumb or is she acting dumb?
I'm pretty sure she's acting dumb. She's a smart cat. Cats are smart.
I think she's
They're
smart
wily.
but naive, and I think Carl is maybe a high wisdom character with lower intelligence.
Okay. Also, just personally, love the little exchange of it smells like that time you tried microwaving Fancy Feast, and he goes, "I was drunk and you ate that shit right up." So they have these memories together, even if she wasn't, sentient at the time.
I was expecting her to be like, I could really go for some of that right now. It came out my nose.
Oh,
Oh, they look at the map that they've just picked up, and it is full of the brindle grubs moving toward them. And he's like, geez, okay, I want to go talk to Mordecai. Come on. And that's when we cut straight to Mordecai's room. They've already told him about the offer where Odette said, hey, tell Mordecai once he's done, come and find me. And we just jump straight to him saying, that bitch said that? I would rather spend another 2,000 years in this room than exist in the same solar system as her. I'd rather meet a woman, sire children, and then devour those children than have anything to do with her. Donut's just like, so that's a no.
He's in love.
You see that whole thing, each one of those little phrases was a code phrase, and it was giving information because they know people are watching. He mentioned a number or an amount of time. He mentioned a place, and then he mentioned a group of people. I feel like there's code being swapped back and forth.
I feel like he specifically mentioned earlier that like they can't hear the people watching can't hear him.
Well, that's the thing, though. Unless they have press credentials, which
Oh, that's
Odette
true.
has, and
She
she
has, yeah.
also gets first look at everything, I believe.
It's not that kind of movie, kid.
I know. I'm thinking too hard about it.
Yeah. I don't look, I want to believe. I don't.
You got Mulder over here. Also, Mordecai has changed into a different race. He's no longer Splinter. He is now something called a bugaboo.
Which
Which I
sounds
thought-
like a slur.
I know, right?
It does. It does.
Sounds like something, and I couldn't seem to put my finger exactly on what it was the whole time I was reading. It's like, I
And-
know
and-
this thing.
And all I thought of was Futurama with the Bugalows.
Oh,
Interesting. My mind did not go there. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find Bugaboo. If it's a brand of stroller, apparently.
Whereas the creature in this universe is a pervert. Like that's their notable discerning quality.
Yeah. The Wikipedia says it's a legendary scary creature. See Bogeyman. So I guess it's like related to the Boogeyman in English folklore.
The bogeyman is the boogeyman's dad.
creepy.
So yes, it says you find bugaboos on the children's lower floor or the children's lower floor. God, I don't. Wow. Okay. Creepy, unkempt guy who lives on the corner, doesn't have a job, has a van, hangs out in the park with binoculars. Yeah, you get the idea. So basically, pervert, found on the lower floors, often lying in wait for callers so they can jump out and do things to them. They'll tell you they just want to cuddle. That's probably a lie. So, okay then.
That's pretty messed up. Just saying.
Yeah. Like a bear with no neck, enormous eyes, and comically skinny legs. And 7 feet tall. It's just very strange.
I kept picturing like a stretched out Pee Wee Herman here. I don't know why.
Does he look like a bear?
Oh no, that's just one. I think because Pee Wee Herman was always creepy, and these things are creepy.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see the connection there. Fair point.
Whereas I was like, you're describing the dimensions of Dr. Robotnik.
Ooh, there you go. That's a good one too.
I guess that kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Totally
Even
works.
like the big eyes and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god, he is a Robotnik.
He's just a bear botnik.
Robotnik.
Bear Botnik. Yes. Okay. That works. I'm gonna picture that from now on. You've implanted that in my brain. Thank you so much.
You've
is the
stolen all
Eggman.
my honey, Sonic.
He's smarter than the average bear? No, okay. And he says Odette cares only about Odette. She's smart and cunning and more self-centered than that thing at the center of the galaxy. But you should totally go on her show. It's actually one of the few that I would recommend, not that you get much of a choice.
I do love that thing at the center of the galaxy. So I looked up, what?
Yeah, wait. I want to hear more about that. Nope,
What's
moving
that
on.
thing?
Can't do it.
It's watching.
It's always here. It thinks it's the center of the universe.
And he says, hey, somebody wants to talk to you. I'm supposed to let them know when you get here. She'll be here in like 10, 15 minutes, okay?
I thought it was going to be Beatrice. I totally thought this was going to be B.
That would be insane. Like, just out of nowhere, Mordecai's like, oh, yeah, by the way, somebody wants to talk to you. Hold on.
I mean, that seems to be how a lot of stuff happens in this book. Like, it just there's no lead up to it. It's there.
Yeah. Just pulled it out of my ass.
Yeah, like go have fun.
We're maybe getting a little salty at the book. I'm still enjoying it.
No, yeah,
But-
I'm having fun with it.
Maybe a little salt. we're margaritas right now. There's a little bit of salt.
You're seasoning it with the salt. Yeah, okay.
We did have a pacing a reset. I will give you that. It's we are starting kind of from not square one, but pretty damn close in a lot of ways.
There's some, so they start opening some loot. Donut gets a brush that's essentially the same thing as Carl's pedicure kit. She needs to be brushed for 10 minutes a night, and then she gets extra constitution for 30 hours. We also find out he asked Mordecai, like, I thought you said it was gonna be 10 days on the second floor. Why is it only 6? And he says, this is the first time I've ever seen it lower than the maximum, and the minimum is 1 day longer than the previous floor. So they literally went with the minimum allowable length of time. And that's all I can say about that.
Budget cuts across the board.
Oh, yeah, and this is where he says they can see you in here, they can't see me. Only people with press credentials can see or hear me, which I feel like that must be weird for regular people watching as Carl asks questions and gets answers they cannot hear.
It makes me think of like people only watch these bits if they like behind the scenes footage, like if they like B-roll. Like this is usually the part where everyone gets up and get like snacks and like make food. They're like, oh, they're in the safe room. I'm gonna go get food. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
He's still sleeping. It's been 12 hours.
Did he say anything funny? No? Okay.
He's
got an erection. That's where they have their penises.
It's like the Truman Show, apparently. But no, I assume you just tune to a different crawler at that point.
Well,
Right.
I think it'd be hilarious if we could see their dreams. Be like, you're on Dream Cam.
And then there's commercials.
You add commercials to the dreams because we're in a hyper capitalism universe.
Gotta thank your donos while you're sleeping.
And then he says, hey, do you know who Damien is? Because one of the fairies had called out for Damien. And Morgan's like, what the fuck? Who told you that name? Did Odette tell you that name? He's like, no, dude, like one of the fairies said it right before she died. He's like, those damn fairies that was getting themselves in trouble. So Damien is my manager's manager. He's over a large area of the floor. You're not supposed to know about them. I can't really talk about that.
I don't know you well enough to talk about that.
And he asks about Agatha being cut out of the boss battle, and he's like, oh, they just don't want to confuse the narrative. And he can once again tell there's more there, but can't get into it.
She's a watcher, an influencer.
Ask about the Desperado Club. Nope, can't tell you about that either.
You know, there's a lot of questions, and the moment those fucking cameras were turned off, Carl asked none of these fucking questions.
Right? He starts asking the
Right?
most useless shit. I'm like, really?
He's clever. He ain't smart.
He gets a
I
new
keep
achievement.
saying.
He gets a new achievement for inventing a new stackable weapon. And in addition to that, he'll get a gold coin anytime another crawler makes a kill with that weapon. And even after leaving the dungeon, will continue to get that benefit. He doesn't think it'll be worth much because there's not a lot of these around, and the jugs are actually more valuable if you don't use them as this weapon, but
He'll be dead.
Yeah, it's all fine. I mean, even in the thing, the AI is like, we both know you're gonna die, and we'll just keep
Yeah.
using your hard work for our benefit. So
Thanks for
at least
that.
at least it's upfront about it. And then he gets a new pair of boxers with little red hearts on them, which you guys may have noticed. All of the art is of Carl with boxers with little red hearts, despite that never having been mentioned before this point.
It's kind of how I always pictured it anyway. When you say guys in boxers, I'm like, okay,
They're clearly
that's the
cartoon
look.
boxers. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the look.
Hey, all the fan art has those heart boxers, so I'm like, oh, that's where those come from.
And she's just like, oh, fucking really? And the problem is, these are really great piece of armor, essentially. Which is also good because his boxers are kind of losing their integrity at this point after all he's been through.
Don't they turn into like Thanos dust at the end
Yeah.
when he takes them off?
And so the enchanted big boy boxers are for creatures like the big boy who change size so that, kind of like the Hulk, you don't end up naked when you turn giant and rip out of your clothes. The +2 constitution is whatever, but also you get to cast a level 15 protective shell once every 30 hours, which creates a like protective shield around you that cannot move and will stop like anything physical, any kind of physical attacks.
I love that it makes a bubble shield. I love that. It's basically a Halo 2, Halo 3 bubble shield. I love it.
I guess it kind of is. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that. And Mordecai says, that is a fantastic spell. It's got this great secondary effect. Since the spell doesn't move once you cast, you can... Nope, we're cut off there. What can you do? Who knows? Because there is an admin arriving, and you may not wield weapons in the presence of an admin.
Seems fair. Don't kill
And
the people paying. Oh wait, they're not paying.
Any attempted violence against an admin will result in your immediate execution. Which, okay, we're serious. Got it.
For some reason, it considers his boxers like weapons, so he has to like cover up because like his boxers disappear. Your boxers have been unequipped. Why?
A Kuatine appears, and that's the end of that chapter. This is Zev, Borant Corporation Assistant Communications Representative. And Carl realizes that he's seen pictures, like even giant relief carvings of the Kuatine before. Never realized that they're like 2 feet tall.
Tiny.
Hey, little guys.
Not only that, but she's wearing an enormous, it says, looks like a 1950s sci-fi comic spacesuit with a water bubble head. Tim posted a picture of the sidekick, Megamind sidekick from the movie Megamind. I forget the fish's name, but
David Cross.
yeah. I was thinking of like Abe Sapien, but no, yeah, this is good.
This actually looks closer to what I was picturing when I was reading the book.
And so Mordecai's like, good evening, ma'am. And he seems kind of disturbed. And she's like, oh, hi, Mordecai. It's nice to finally meet you face to face. And then Carl notices Mordecai visibly relax, but he's not sure what is happening exactly. And Mordecai's like, I haven't seen one of these water suits in centuries. Most Kuatine just wear rebreathers around their necks that are small, like barely noticeable. And she's like, yeah, look, this armor is like the best armor you can get. And he's like, okay, but can you even like move? And she's like, no, not really. But this is my first time in the dungeon and I want it to be safe. And I love Carl. He's like, wait, you're really here? And he's tempted to like tap on the glass, but he's like, no, that probably is not a good idea. And Mordecai's over here like, you know that you can't be hurt in a safe room, right? And the mobs know not to attack you. Yeah, tell that to those workers, the 12 workers in site prep. Do you see this morning's update? They were swallowed whole. Or that human admin who didn't realize the no urinating in the dungeon rule applied to everyone. And then she realizes, oh, right, okay, I forgot that you guys are here. Let's not talk about that stuff.
Again, pulling shit out of his ass.
I actually really love that the no peeing in the dungeon rule applies to admins also. And that some human was like too lazy to go back to his office to pee. So he's like, oh, I'll pee in here.
It's also interesting that there are humans in the administration. That's
Right?
I know that humans are one of the races, like one of the few races that are in this empire of, or like society or whatever. But like, it's interesting that humans are up there too. 'Cause I would
Mhm.
have thought that we were one of the lesser races,
But Zev is a liaison between the company and the privately operated programs who want to borrow crawlers for their show. Carl and Donut are on the high demand list. They have gotten tons of requests for interviews, and so they are now enrolled in the crawler assisted outreach program and have been assigned a PR agent. That's me.
I do like the little bit where it's like, oh, you can rent crawlers because of course you can.
Right?
Rent
One-
and borrow. They're like,
They're not
oh,
people.
we're getting more into the rich people can break the rules and amend things and do strange different things.
It does feel like it does feel kind of Hunger Games again, except that even in the Hunger Games, you couldn't rent them in the middle of the games.
Yeah. Then once they were in until it was over.
Did you guys ever watch the Spartacus shows?
No.
Like they did that kind of stuff with the with the gladiators.
So, yeah.
So that's what I got off of that. Where I was like,
Yeah,
it's the
they could rent
Spartacus
them
show.
out for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, for like parties and stuff.
Sometimes for muscles, sometimes for sex.
Yeah, that's right.
Lucy Lawless was in the show, right?
She was.
Yeah, she
She's
was.
in 3 seasons?
She's in all of the seasons, I would think, right?
No. Spoilers.
The only thing I know about that show. Okay, sorry. So they get a PR agent and Donut's very excited. Carl's just like, can we refuse interviews so that we can, keep doing what we're doing? And she's like, okay, look, you can. First of all, Odette has now signed a contract with us. She gets you after every floor, and I'm going to give you one more interview per floor. You can say no to a show, but you're going to have to go on something. And I promise that I will do my best to get you quality gigs. And also, hey, last time when you had that big boss battle right before the interview, it really worked in your favor with getting people interested. So try to do that again. And that's when Carl just loses his shit. Like, we are literally fighting for our lives here. I'm not scheduling like major deadly experiences just so that it'll be a better show. That's fuck you people.
Yeah, I love and the thing I was wondering about that bit was like, is this still the truth serum, or is like Carl just like, is he just have the biggest balls and he's just fucking
Just a crash out. He's just crashing
it's just
out.
a crashing out, yeah. Like I was all about it. I loved it.
I love grown adults using crash out in non-ironic ways. That's my teenage daughter loves to say that.
We work around a lot of younger people, so
Yep. 6'7".
Oh my gosh. Do they do the hand motions too?
Do the hand motion.
he did do the hand motions.
I'm not even. We're not getting into 6'7". Jeez, even
Tim,
the tiny
Tim,
ones.
you got total unk energy. You know that?
That's some dad lore.
And Mordecai looks like he's worried that Krull just like shot himself in the face, basically. And Zev, to his surprise, is like, "Look, I know, okay? Nobody here is an idiot. The moment I appeared, he was terrified until he saw I wasn't wearing a party badge. And then I'm going to have to go face my boss, who is a member of the party. And if I do or say the wrong thing, my whole family will be wiped out. So, and some of those mobs you're killing are like sentient beings who live in constant fear of you. We're all parts of the machine. We're all afraid. And yes, it sucks. And it's not fair. And I get it. And the cat gets it. But believe it or not, I'm on your side. And the better you do, the longer you survive, the better I do. So just go with it, okay?" And then there's a moment of tension until Donut goes, "This is like season 3 of Gossip Girl when Chuck and Blair break up over the hotel," which I've never seen any of Gossip Girl, so I'm
Agree. I have also not seen
Just,
anything. of
just
Gossip
imagine
Girl.
highly dramatic girls with way too much money, and you've got it.
oh, okay.
That's all there is to gossip.
Isn't that most like
Most TV?
shows that are most TV shows that are
Yeah, I mean it's
like
pretty
primarily
canned.
women? It's
I
like,
mean I don't watch many of them, but I assume so. Yeah.
it's like Sex in the City and
I knew you were thinking Sex in
Euphoria
the City when you
and
said that.
Girls and yeah, I think that's like every show like that.
But
Were they rich in Riverdale?
Dude, I only made it through the first season of Riverdale before I got bored.
Okay.
Them were rich though. I remember that because like the main villain character was rich in that first season, but I don't think they all were.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, the Gilmore Girls weren't rich. Her parents were, I guess.
Yeah,
We're
they were.
rich.
Well, and she went to the rich school with all the rich people.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And Lorelai owned like
Oh, yeah,
her
she owned
own
an inn. Yeah, later on.
massive inn that she didn't have to actually run.
She had a French guy to do.
Yep. Michelle did everything.
I mean, he wasn't a very helpful French guy though.
No, it's true. He's funny, though. You know what girl show was not about rich girls? Was Two Broke Girls. So there you go.
There you
Correct.
go.
Never watched that.
Neither did I. It just came up when I searched, and I was like, oh, hey, yeah, no, that wasn't about... I think one of the girls used to be rich or something, but anyway.
Everyone playing at home, you can go and make a sandwich right now. Go to the bathroom. We're going to be talking about Gilmore Girls for a little bit longer. It's going to be all right.
I mean, Gilmore Girls requires lots of stuff.
They might be big fans of Gilmore and or Gossip Girl.
It's
but-
total unk energy in here.
I love that Mordecai apparently also watched Gossip Girl because he's like, what? No, it's not. How do you even get that from this?
Apparently, they've all kind of been forced to watch it for several years in preparation.
Yeah. And Zev is like, wait, you guys watched Gossip Girl? Apparently, she says, we've been stuck here for 15 solars, which I assume means years, with nothing for entertainment but Earth-based programs. And the people on my team only watch Cops and Judge Judy.
I mean, I
Which-
could get behind Judge Judy. I'm not gonna lie. I can handle some of that. I don't know that I'd only want to watch it though. Definitely not Cops. I can't watch Cops for too long.
It's... Yeah, I don't... It's shocking to me that those are the two that you would watch for 15 years and just...
I mean, what about some like MASH or...
There's lots of great options over 15 years. And so then Zev and Donut start going into the rabbit hole of talking about Gossip Girl while Mordecai kind of sidles over to Carl and he's like, that was dangerous, dude. All the Kuatine are dangerous. Party members are not. And Carl's like, what's the party? And he's like, it's called the Bloom. Think of like Axis Japan and Nazi Germany combined. And they've basically taken over the entirety of the Kuatine system government and then run it into the ground. So Borat is being forced by their own government to end the game as quickly as possible because they want the money. Putting on the crawl makes lots of money.
It's a pump and dump, y'all. It's a pump and dump. You gotta hawk Tua on that dungeon, and then get out.
Yeah, we're the unk energy.
I wish we could get his laughs in on
Nope.
this.
Can't
I've-
do it.
If Mike was still alive.
Wait, what? I thought you were Mike and had been all along.
I'm Mike, just the royal alive.
The royal life.
Do you think they bought it?
I don't care.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Hey, fun fact. You should Google Unk Energy. It comes up with funny things.
Everybody playing at home, Google Unk Energy now.
Yeah.
And get your decoder rings out.
But so the Borat government is trying to walk a tightrope here. They need it over the crawl over as soon as possible because they get no money until it's over. But they can't end it too soon because they need time to make the money. So, yeah, it's they've already gotten several warnings about the bugs that keep happening, like the bathroom things and the overpowered mobs. If they get too many violations, they're screwed anyway. So, aren't you glad that you're part of the season that they're running in this extremely fucked up way? More so than usual. And as Carl's like, okay, it's time for us to leave. And Zev's like, hey, we can talk over the chat. Tell me you watched Riverdale, which we just talked about. So there you go. Zev leaves. They open the door, and a waist-high pile of grubs falls into the room, moving us into our last chapter, where the entire hallway is just full of grubs, and Mordecai's running over, like, punting them out of his room back into the hallway.
I didn't know what to think when that started happening. I was like, oh, what fresh hell is this?
And there's
I
just
just imagined a
thousands
bunch of
them.
little roly polies, back when they like invade the house and they're like rolling through all the windows, but like going
Oh,
in.
God. what's the name of that one movie? Critters. Ugh.
That is a movie.
That was where my mind went when these things started showing up. I just got the heebie-jeebies.
Hold on a second. That's what it is. I was thinking of it just hit me where I was imagining where I was picturing the grubs being from. Hold on, I'll put that in here. In Teen Titans, Starfire has her pet silkworm thing called Silky.
I've actually never seen Silky. Just have heard of a stupid episode about Silky or the Silky like 50 million times as the boys watch it in the back seat. I've never actually seen Silky.
The one
I
from
don't.
Teen Titans Go is a little bit different. It's like pink. But yeah, so I'm glad I finally figured out where that was. It's been bugging me. Classic Teen Titans better than Teen Titans Go. Just putting that out there while I'm looking at pictures of both of them because I had to Google Silky.
I have only ever seen the original Teen Titans show.
Then
Much better
you're
than
good.
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, don't.
You don't need to know.
I didn't like the way it looked. It just
It's wise.
had bad animation.
Yeah, when the twins were in kindergarten, they had a whole, not so much anymore, but the whole year practically of wanting Teen Titans Go all the time. And worse yet, it was like they'd bring it up on like kids' YouTube where you get like a clip that's half of the episode and then it moves on to another clip of half of a different episode. And I was like, this is just, we have like Max, just watch the actual episodes. Why would you want to see half the story? Anyway, so these things keep spawning and then they're apparently following them. Like they followed them to this room because they were covered in gore and stuff. And Mordecai kind of looks into how the system is working and he says, the system is spawning anywhere from 1 to 15 of these guys every time a corpse is created. And you guys killed a lot of mobs in that last battle, including that boss room. You never saw it, but there was a couple hundred grubs in a cage in there. Actually, 750 plus 85 chloricans, and you killed them all. But good news, there's a per quadrant limit. It is 5,000 of these things will spawn. So only 5,000. It's fine.
Maxed out.
Well, you see, there's a spawn capacity because this floor only has so much memory. So you can only spawn so many enemies at one time. Otherwise, the entire system will crash.
I mean, if you can do 5,000 at a time, that's not a bad amount of memory, quite honestly.
No, that's pretty good. You got a pretty good PC there.
And Mordecai's like, it's like a mechanic to keep people from camping in one area too long. If you camp in one place, you end up with a bunch of these things on you, and it's annoying. So you got to move. So he's like, okay, crap. We need to get those old people out of here. Like, we wanted to stay in this area and get them down the stairs. But if this is what happens when you stay in an area, we better do that and then move on, maybe.
Time to trudge through the grub sea.
And he starts trying to get through all the grubs by like firebombing them, and then he realizes it's a waste because they're all level 2s and they're literally harmless. He can just kick them and step on them and it's fine. They will never hurt you in any way.
Of which I would just be walking through, just punting them like everywhere. I wouldn't even try to step on any.
Yeah.
You would just
And
shimmy like you're wearing slippers on a slippery floor or something.
But I mean, stepping on them probably helps him level up his smushing skill. So
I thought they don't give any experience. Does that count towards skills
Yeah,
too?
oh, that's
yeah,
a
I
good point. I
kind of
don't know.
assumed it didn't.
Yeah, I think these just count as like not decoration, but they're like they're like those creatures in like games like Diablo where they're just like on the side, like cows or something or whatever. Like they're just window dressing. They aren't real enemies yet.
In,
Well, I mean-
in Warcraft and Starcraft parlance, they are critters.
Critters.
I was
that's
about to
what
say,
it is.
I know in like World of Warcraft, if you get to a certain level, like enemies below whatever level will no longer give you experience, and like their level number is gray or something to show like you can kill this, but you're so much above it that you don't get any experience from killing
You
it.
don't get nothing.
Because you just being mean, picking on the little guy.
They meet up with the folks from Meadowlark. It took me a minute to remember that. Meadowlark Old Folks Home, who have set up like a parade float, essentially, it says. They got this magical chain from Imani and created hooked all these wheelchairs together, and they've got 39 old people being pulled on this big thing.
I would say in the future, if you ever forget Meadowlark, you could just say Riverdale if you want, but I don't
There
think
we
these
go.
guys I don't think these guys are gonna be around for much longer, so I don't
Very
think
true.
we don't gotta worry about that.
Maybe they're the
Eh.
bad guys.
Maybe the old people are the real enemy.
They're the real fight the real enemy.
Final boss, the old people float. Carl has another chat with Mrs. McGibbons, who we met briefly earlier. This reminds me of the Tunnel of Love. My Barry and I used to go to the carnival. I'd let him touch my boobs, but only on the outside of my sweater. And then she like hits on Carl, and it's kind of weird. This is like a 99-year-old woman.
Dude, old people don't gotta give a fuck.
Hey, let her get her drawings in where she can.
Yeah. Carl's probably a good looking guy. I don't know.
I mean, at least
Don't
he's,
matter.
young, moving.
Yeah, her eyesight's bad too. It don't matter.
And then she starts petting Donut, and is like, "Oh, pretty kitty." Brandon's like, "Hey, Carl, you're a good man. Thank you for helping us, even to your own detriment." And Carl's just like, "Hey, if we get to the point where we don't help each other anymore, then we stop being human." And he has a little cough, and then he gets the message from Zev. "Hey, Carl, that was great. Can you say that for me again, but without the cough this time?" He's like, "What the fuck? Really? No, I'm not doing that again. Have you been watching this whole time?" And she's like, "Yeah, you and my other clients. This whole save the elderly thing is playing great with most people, but like 20% think you're being stupid and they're just dead weight." And she's like, "It is a little dry though. Maybe you can." Oh shit. Oh fuck, Carl. Donut, run. Run to the safe room now. And then Yolanda says, "No, Jack, no." And you turn around and see Jack with his Cincinnati Bengals hat, pants around his ankles, pee going directly on the wall, and that is where we end our section.
Love it. Love it.
Couldn't keep it in your
We're gonna
pants.
see it. Yep. That's today's lesson, kids. Keep it in your pants.
Valuable
Especially-
lesson at all times of
especially-
life.
That is now the title of this episode. Keep it in your pants.
Keep it in your pants, especially if those pants make bubble shields.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess his pants. Yeah, okay. I mean, Carl doesn't have pants, but unless we're using the British form of pants, then that is what Carl has, I guess.
Pantaloons.
Yeah, don't be racist. Yeah. This is British.
Is
Can't be
British a
racist to
race?
the British.
Yeah, the British race.
Okay, whatever you say, Mark, Mike, Mick. I don't know. No, Mick
No,
was
Mick-
when you did the Australian accent. That's what that
Yeah,
was.
That was Mick. Yeah.
All right, predictions.
All
Where do we
right.
think we're going between now and the end of the book, or predict a future book if you want. Whatever. What's going to happen? Where are we going? Who's going to die horribly? What do you guys think?
I'm thinking that at least in the near future, like the next couple of chapters, we're obviously going to be dealing with a rage demon boss fight because they set that up a while back. So I think obviously the bubble shield is going to come into play during that. I think most of these red shirts are going to be dead, especially the old people. If any of the old people make out of this, other than Agatha, it would be a miracle because I have a feeling Agatha's going to show up. As for how they deal with the rage demon, that could be an Agatha thing too. She might show up and do a thing and reveal whatever it is that's going on with her. Or Carl pulls some crazy bullshit out of his ass, uses a bubble shield, and I feel like this is a good time to do the move I've been waiting for since they mentioned this thing. I want him to open up a bathroom and throw the rage demon in and make it explode. So
They patched that.
that got patched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens if someone else goes into your bathroom?
You tell them get out. I'm in the bathroom.
No, I thought if you open a door and then someone else goes in and you close the door, I thought they die instantly. Is that not? Is that
No,
not
if it was if you open the bathroom door and someone else goes in, they explode. But that was one of the patch notes that we fixed that it shouldn't happen anymore.
Oh, okay. Damn it! I was hoping that was still going to be a thing. Throws the rage demon in there and locks the door, and now he doesn't have access to a bathroom anymore, which is ironic since that's the thing that shows up when you go to the bathroom in the hallways.
Oh, that would suck. Yeah, if you ever open your bathroom again, you have to. Maybe he has to have Donut open the door, and then he has to go in the litter box.
Maybe he opens the door to fight another villain, and it's like a let them fight.
Okay, that could
He's
be fun.
like,
Yeah.
but he's kind of like a Pokemon. He's got a rage demon in a bathroom. I mean, sometimes when you go to the bathroom, it is a rage demon, but that's a different kind of thing. But um, that's called the Taco Bell demon. But as for what happens for the rest of the fucking book, I mean, let alone the series, at least for this book, I think something's going to happen with Borant and with that whole bankruptcy thing. I think that this dungeon is going to get bought out since we're in like a bankruptcy thing. And I totally believe that it's then going to be a whole new power structure. And the next book is going to start with looks like we got to figure things out again. Or, they might do another reset. That's possible. I don't necessarily want that to happen, but I'm saying that it's possible it could happen. But there's going to be some kind of whammy that happens to this dungeon that's going to turn it on its head, and it's going to have to do with the company going under or selling off or what it's a, so that's those are my predictions for what's going to happen towards the end of the book.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely set the groundwork for a takeover of some kind being a possibility. Although we don't know the other players yet, so we don't know that much about Borant at this point, but we know nothing about who could potentially take over from them. So that would be a big mystery.
Could be like a merger, and then you have Borant and whatever this other company is, like a hedge fund, a space hedge fund, space fund.
I thought you were going to say space hedgehogs for some reason. I was just like, okay, sure.
Well, they could be hedgehogs, and hedge funds were named after them.
That's true.
And then you got a little fish guy next to a little hedgehog, and it's like we're co-owners of the company. And it's like, all right, I guess. Do I kill you now or?
I like that they have like the Petridge Farm voice when they're co-owners of the company.
Borant remembers, and they never forget. But that's all I got for that.
At this point, it's early days in terms of the series as a whole, so I can see holding back. Some of we're getting bits and pieces about what's going on in the wider universe, but
yeah.
Maybe that's how we learn more. If the takeover happens, then we get to start learning about the takeover people.
Well, it would be hilarious if in the middle of the season or in the middle of like the of the show that they're doing, that the merger happens off screen and then suddenly it's Borant / Wutani, whatever, and it's like, when did that happen? Oh, we got bought out, so now the budget's been turned up, so now all of the challenges are going to be way more deadly and more spectacular and bigger. And he's like, I'm not sure that's better. And they're like, oh no, it's so much worse.
They update the titles like Dungeon Crawler World Earth Extreme, and all the bad guys have an X in the name. This is a very 90s company.
Yeah, and everyone has to be like naked, and it's like, and it's the naked and afraid season.
I mean, Carl's already halfway there,
He's over there. He's nearly there, yeah.
But okay, yeah, I can see where you're building from there. So these are some good possibilities. I like that.
I can see that possibly the rage elemental demon blah blah blue. I could see how that might be the final boss of this book.
Okay.
I hope it's not.
I mean, yeah, we still got a quarter of the book left, so if the final boss is about to show up, that's a long boss fight.
I didn't think it was going to be the final boss. I just thought that's what's going to happen next in the book.
Yeah, but like we got like a quarter left, and I'm like,
yeah,
we need to.
I'm sure there's going to be a bigger fight than that. Yeah,
the thing's supposed to destroy like a whole sector, right?
Is it?
It said it would kill you and everyone in your party before you can get your pants back up.
Okay, so party specific. Okay.
Luckily, he doesn't have pants.
Yeah, see, there you go.
And he's not in their party.
I mean, correct. It is the olds that are in the party.
Does that mean
they never joined party?
Him? Is it only attack the people specifically in that party?
Does that mean Carl doesn't have to stand there and watch?
They have to watch them slowly die.
Well, they can try to stop, but I bet you they can't do much. They're too under level.
Yeah, too high.
What? Okay, Now I'm curious. We're talking about being underleveled at that point. What level would you guys predict a creature called a rage elemental from the 13th floor? What level is that?
70s.
Okay.
I was going to say 50.
Okay.
That's 75 in my head.
Now I'm going to try to remember these so that we can play
Good
The
luck.
Price is Right next time. Close
Who's
this
Everyone
out going
playing at
over.
home.
Oh, damn, we're doing prices right? 3.
Why?
Oh, wait. I want to go one lower. 69.
I'm going to stick where I am. That way I got the high vote.
Okay.
Nice.
The urge to just Google.
No, not allowed.
Not
And like,
allowed,
who's right?
Timmy.
Who's right? Closest without going over.
I mean, technically, Data could do that, but
I mean, I have the book up. I already looked up the answers, so
Rude.
yeah.
watch it be something like fucking crazy, like in the hundreds or something.
Yeah, it's like
It could
180
be.
or something.
It could be like a JRPG and it just goes into the tens of thousands. But I hope it just goes from 1 to 100, but everything else is excess to the nth degree, so why not into tens of thousands?
I
You thi-
feel like maybe it'll give you guys an idea of leveling expectations going forward because you get like if this is about where the bad guys are at level 13, then you would anticipate the good guys would be maybe close, maybe more, maybe less.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a timed encounter, and then like the rage demon is like leaving, going back through a portal, and he's like, "You said that was strong. That's not even a tenth of my power."
Oh god, it's Shaggy. Shaggy!
Wait until you see when I'm trying. Buckle up.
There's a great video of I think you ever see the YouTube channel Puffin Forest where the guy tells stories about like animated stories about D&D campaigns that he's done. They tend to
No.
be pretty
I'm s-
amusing. Hold on, I gotta see if I can find this particular. But there's one about like this demon that shows up that's like way like in order for the demon to show up, they had to do these weird, crazy, specific things that would never ever happen, and then it does, and it's just like ridiculously high level above them, and it's a pretty funny story. I'll have to
I,
find it and send you
I'm
guys a link.
I'm still stuck on the name. I would have assumed that Puffin Forest would be a weed channel personally, but I mean,
I'm honestly not sure why it's called that, so that's a fair
Maybe that
point.
is
But
what they're doing while they're coming in here.
is a puffin a thing in?
a puffin is a kind of bird.
Are those in D&D? Like maybe that was the guy's screen name for something else. Like he's like, this was my Yahoo email address name, but I used it for my YouTube channel too. Of which it could be a weed reference at that point. You never know.
I mean, it can be more than one thing. Yeah.
Also, everyone at home, sorry that weed is illegal again somehow. So sorry about that.
Is it your fault?
Yeah.
It was Mark's fault, but he's not here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to remember to take it out on him, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That was once again we got off track. Tim, did you have any other predictions you wanted to do?
Not really. I'm still trying to figure out like we gotta have someone to punch at the end of this. I'm still hoping it's Frank. I still want it to be Frank. That's a person. It's good to fight people.
I would like to end on a personal kind of fight, kind of like Gladiator, where like the last fight was just a one-on-one. I would like that.
Because
Okay.
a rage elemental, I'm like, okay, this could be a fun moment, but I could see it going on for the rest of the book if you're just trying to escape down the floor and that would kill it or whatever. And that's a long ass fight for a book that usually things are over fairly quickly. So I don't see that happening. So yeah,
That's
I'm still thinking Frank is going to be the big bad, and after discussing it with you guys, I'm now certain the olds are going to die to a rage elemental.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's going around.
the biggest fights so far haven't lasted more than like a chapter, I guess, right? So
Yeah,
maybe
it's like a
two.
chapter, maybe some change.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just explosions.
Be great if the first line of the next chapter is like, and then the olds died.
There was so much blood and urine.
You're never gonna get Mecha Nana with that Mecha Grandma with that attitude. Man.
Look, Mecha Grandma will be made out of the ashes. She's going to come back kind of like Murphy. Okay, she will be rebuilt by the Borant Company, and there will be a Mecha Grandma made from the pieces and will of these old people.
Murphy is a name I've seen in so many things. It took me a whole minute there to realize that we were talking about RoboCop. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Mecha Grandma, everybody at home with your bingo cards. Get ready. Mecha Grandma still can happen. It's still on the table.
I could see their corpses being villains. Borat doing that to fuck with Carl and everybody.
There's a whole like necromancy floor where it's all just dead people you
zombies.
faced earlier.
Yeah,
Gotta
that could happen.
gotta fuck with, for ratings.
I would love if the entire series ends in a boardroom for the Borant corporation, and Mecha Grandma comes in, shoots one of the executives. He goes out the fucking window, and they're like, "What's your name?" "It's Nana. You should call me more often. I missed you."
Oh, now I'm
All right.
picturing a monster that is grandma getting mad at you for never calling,
Oh yeah, that could be an easy boss monster.
or
That's
making you
sad.
feel guilty for, not calling.
You see her driving around in her Nana cop car, and she's scanning for upholstery shops and sewing supplies.
Thrift stores.
Michaels. Where
Okay,
did all the Joannes go?
No, they're gone. Sorry.
Oh no!
I think some other store just bought them and is now selling the fabrics again. or
Hobby
something, I
Lobby?
think. Hold on.
Someone bought. I feel like it might be Hobby Lobby.
Nana pulls out her gun.
Michaels bought
Oh,
Joanne.
it's like it was another craft
Oh.
store. I couldn't think of.
Okay. Anyway, Jennifer, do you have some predictions?
Well, my prediction was obviously that everybody that's in the party with the old man is gonna die. I couldn't remember if they were all. I know most of them were in the same party, but I couldn't remember if Amani was in the same party as all of them. I don't know if they ever really said, because she's always doing something a little off to the side.
I don't know that it does explicitly say. I feel like it's at least implied that they're all in the same party because they all came in at the same time, but I don't know that we know for sure.
Yeah, so I always felt like there was something more that was going to happen with her. So I'm gonna go with she may not be, and she's gonna survive and maybe join up with them a little bit more. And Carl's gonna lose his shit when all the old people die and do something real stupid. I don't know what, but something real stupid. And I don't know what I think is happening at the end of this book, though. I feel like there hasn't been any real build-up or lead to what the end goal of this particular story is. I don't know.
No,
Like,
not really.
I can't get a
Yeah.
feel on it at all, which is odd.
Mhm.
But overall, I think obviously this is going to come some kind of civil war that we get caught up in intentionally. I don't know if it's going to get sold off this dungeon or how that's going to happen, but I feel like we're getting into an underground civil war kind of thing, and Carl's going to get caught up in some kind of civil justice.
Great justice. Got it. Okay.
Because he's a guy. I mean, he likes to pretend he's not, but he's the one sticking around with all these old guys for no
True.
reason, really. They aren't going to help him anyway in any way. It's just the right thing to do.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good summary. It's not helping him in any way. It's just the
Yeah.
right thing to do.
I mean, it really isn't. He's getting no benefit from helping them. Which, yeah, exactly. Which is why the 20% hate it. They're not
Honestly,
getting anything out of it.
They're right.
It was only 20% that would.
I know that's a meta joke pointing at certain readers, but hey, it's us, certain readers.
Yeah, they're right.
Dead weight, man. I think we even said that the moment they showed up.
Dead weight.
We may have.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Splice in a clip of us saying dead weight.
Oh, I gotta go back and look for that. Okay.
We don't have that technology.
Now, the joke you put here is footage not found. Thank you, Data, for putting that in.
Honestly, I could just take the part where you said dead weight just now and pretend
And
like it
repeat
was
it.
you saying dead weight. Yeah.
just pitch my voice up because I was slightly younger.
You were so much younger
Do it
back
again.
then.
Give us a better tone.
He's been aged extremely by reading the book. It's kind of sad.
I think they're dead weight. They should die now.
Now he's like Mr. Hanky
Hi, Dana.
or Towley. Like, don't forget.
Yeah, I was
the
thinking
Towley.
Towley.
I mean, same voice.
Yeah.
It's the same voice. It's just one's like high energy, the other one's low energy.
Yeah, it's up and down. That's it.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Towley's my favorite character from that whole show. He's the best. All right. Any other predictions, Jennifer?
No, my brain is now all gone into Towley.
Fair. All right. Well, we have one email today that I will read.
Huzzah.
Yay!
Somebody emailed? Is it Joe?
No. This is
Okay.
from Hermit is the name given in the sign off here. So
And the occupation.
Heyo.
it says, "Hi crawlers, I purchased this book so I could listen along with the podcast. Sponsors, hello.
You poor man.
I did, all capital, have intentions of reading along fortnightly with the pod. However, I have 0 points in self-control. So now I'm on book
Fair.
2. This series seems particularly hard to read slowly. Y'all have my respect.
It's a tough one.
Thanks for the pod, and thanks for getting me into the book. Quick question. Jen mentioned in episode 1 that she was reading a Sanderson book. Which one are you reading first? Thanks, from Hermit. Go ahead and, before I get to the PS, answer.
Yeah. You're going to have to remind me which one I'm on, though.
So,
Scott and Rut. Okay. So what did I just finish?
So I
The
gave
Western.
her the reading order that we did for the Sandra Lanch podcast.
Oh, yes.
So that she
I guess
would
there's a
be
start there.
ready. Well, I gave it to you in like last January or December because you wanted to be able to read them before we got to the convention in December of this year. And she read through all of the stuff that we read for the show, well, except for White Sand. He didn't do White Sand.
No,
Up
I'm just not a
to-
graphic novel fan.
She read Alloy of Law, the first book of Mistborn Era 2, and then she hated that.
It pissed me off, man. Pissed me off.
She did not want more of that, so then she stopped and did not read any more.
To be
Of
fair,
Brandon's
I
books.
love Sanderson because of the build-up and because of the fact that you don't expect the things that are going to be happening. And I did not get that out of that book. I did not. Just seemed like a step down. Like a first novel when all of his other novels so much better. He didn't write that one first. Felt like a first novel where you're just learning how to write. I don't know. It wasn't as well developed as everything else.
Making a note here, Sanderson, not good writer. Gotcha.
No, Sanderson is amazing.
It's much shorter
if you
than
like
most of his
westerns,
books.
it reads like a western, and I am not a western fan, and that I think is problem. Oh, I love Sanderson. I will throw that out. I do. I just have to get back in. I don't know. You keep telling me that the next one and that one is okay. So
I tried to encourage her that the next one fixed or would read a little differently, fix some of the problems she had with the first one, but she's just like, nope. I'm angry at that book. I cannot go back there for a while.
My anger is slightly fading, so I can probably go back now. But I was very angry for a whole hot minute and did not want to touch another Sanderson book. It just let me down so much from all of his other books, and I expected more.
Honestly, I really enjoy that one. I feel like it's a much
you love that
shorter, bite-sized. It kind of reminds me of, it's like when you read The Hobbit and compare it to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where Lord of the Rings is this big, epic, drawn-out thing, and The Hobbit is a much more condensed, short, easy to digest story, and I appreciate that about The Hobbit.
See, and the funny thing about that particular analogy is what I found is most people really like one and not at all the other. So like, and I don't know, maybe this is a random question for anybody listening. If you feel that, like The Hobbit and hate The Lord of the Rings, or like The Lord of the Rings and hate The Hobbit, or do you love both? I don't know. Personally, I like both. I will say that. But I find The Hobbit to be far more enjoyable. I think The Lord of the Rings isn't something I would ever reread, not because I didn't love it, just because it makes my brain hurt taking it all in.
I feel like the last time I read through it, At times, I felt like I was reading the Bible. Anytime
Yeah.
someone would start being like, "So this is my entire lineage and family tree,"
Yes,
and
and go on for 50 pages.
my eyes would just glaze over, and I'm like, I know this is very important things in universe, and I know like in medieval times when you're announcing yourself, you have to talk about your whole lineage. I don't need that during a book, man. I got a job. I got stuff to do. His name is Joe. Joe the dwarf. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't need to know
Move on.
nothing
Move on.
else.
Doesn't tell the story.
If I want to know who his family is, I'll go to a wiki.
Fair.
I do enjoy The Hobbit, though. I can read The Hobbit. The Lord of the Rings, I feel like I have to plan to read.
Yes, that's part of my thing with it is I can sit down and reread The Hobbit and have a good time real quick. The Lord of the Rings, it's like a project.
And I don't want reading to be a project. Reading to be enjoyed.
So yes, that is where she stopped. We are now coming up on the convention, which we'll be going to. So don't know that she'll get through any more before that. I even when she made her decision to try to take on these books, I even bought her a copy of The Way of Kings. Be like, here, you'll have this physical copy when you get there. So haven't got there yet.
Get there in my time. I will get there. I promise.
But yeah, so that's where she's at to answer that question. We finished that email. Thanks from Hermit. P.S. Please find attached a screenshot of my 5-star review. P.P.S. When looking at the screenshot, please ignore the icon showing I have incognito tab open. No reason.
Okay.
Also, there was no screenshot attached.
Oh.
Oh, secret screenshot. I hear
We
you.
will ignore that.
All right. So we need an achievement for this episode, and I will attempt one. You made a 5-star review. You know what that means? That means you ride the Krikarin. That's right. You lassoed a Krikarin, and you're riding it across a legally distinct from the Timothy Chalamet movie about piles of sand. That is right. You are the Messiah. You are the chosen one. You are the Elijah Dushku. Good job.
Achievement unlocked. Ride the Krikarin. Hermit, you are the Eliza Dushku. Wait, did he just say Eliza Dushku? Okay.
What's another word for a sand dune?
Big pile of sand.
We ain't found shit.
Embankment, ridge, mound.
That's right. And it's from the Frank Herbie novel Mound. In theaters now. Ride the walrus.
It doesn't make any sense, but yeah, that's about our speed. I do love walrus juice. Anyway,
Subscribe to the Patreon, guys. Come on, someone's got to pay for this shit.
we note we do not have a Patreon.
Oh. When there's a Patreon, pay for this shit.
I want Data to buy me things.
Please.
All right. Actually, I forgot to mention that next time we're reading 4 chapters. So I usually do that before the whole predictions thing. So next time we're going to read chapters 38 through 41.
Through the power of editing, it can go there.
It could. Probably won't. It's fine. I put it here. That's a good place for it.
Dave's like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, if you're reading along, read those 4 chapters. If you'd like to send us an email, like Hermit did, the address is dgmj@mail.com. So send us emails there. If you if you do a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen and send us a picture of that, you can also get an achievement. They're worth so many Whose Line Is It Anyway points that I can't even tell you. So get that if you
dare.
If you get all of the achievements, you can get the platinum trophy. You see how now I'm mixing PlayStation and Xbox. So just to extra confuse it.
Buy war bonds.
Thanks everybody for listening. Remember, 4 chapters for next time. I have been Data. Say bye, other people.
Other people.
I've been Mike. I'm Mike. Yes. Always Mike.
I'm Jennifer. Everyone.
We were ourselves.
And we will leave you with our Mordecai wisdom for the week.
Ride the walrus.
Right. The one.
Keep your pants pulled up.
I'd rather start a family with a woman than eat the children.
That is wise. Okay.
That was a good one.
Good luck out there, crawlers.